Yo, what's going on guys? It's Anime1 back here with another video, and today I'm here with another part of what if Naruto was neglected and ended up like Obito. So if you guys like the content in the channel, please subscribe to the channel, and while you're at it, also like this video. So let's begin the video. Naruto was currently with Pain talking. So, what did he call me here for? Asked Nagato in his Tendo form. Naruto looked at Nagato. Since Itachi is out of our way and that the contract is no longer there, we don't have to be afraid of attacking Konoha. You're free to do as you please. Giving you a mission to retrieve the Nine Tails Jinchuriki. The Eight Tails will be taken care as well. I'll send Suki Uchiha after the Eight Tails. Naruto said as Pain nodded. Very well, but even as strong as I am, Madara, I'll be afraid that I cannot take on the entirety of Konoha, filled with S-rank ninjas. Do you honestly believe even I can take that on? Asked Pain. Madara shook his head. No. Minato, the Hokage, Jiraiya of the Sannin, Maito Gai, and also Kushina Uzumaki will going to the land of Iron, where I'll be committing a massacre of the Minashi clan before they get there. They four are my target. All you have to do is retrieve the Nine Tails. You're probably stronger than Menma right now, so I don't think it should be a problem for you, said Naruto as Pain nodded. Very well, as you wish. I'll go to Konoha as soon as possible, said Pain as he started walking away. Naruto glanced at Pain. Remember, Nagato, if you betray me, I will not hesitate. With those words, Naruto disappeared in a swirling vortex. Pain just looked at Madara. Did he honestly believe that he can take me on? That fool, Pain said, as he started walking away. He was going to get his revenge today. On Konoha, that is. Meanwhile, in Konoha, Minato, Kushina, Jiraiya, and Maito Gai were preparing to go to the land of Iron for some deals that had to be setting up between Mifune and Minato. He was proposing an alliance, and Minato was not the one to turn it down. He wanted world peace. So this could be a first step, a neutral nation getting an alliance with Konoha. Yes, this could definitely lead up to something. So they left off to the village. Minato, do you honestly think this will work? Asked Kushina. Minato had a smile on his face. Yes, the disparity in Mifune's voice when he sent me that letter said less. I think he has something that he wants us to protect from someone, whatever that may be. If he's proposing an alliance, I'm no one to deny it. The land of Iron really is rich in gold and silver, so it will be a great profit for Konoha to be their ally, said Minato as Jiraiya nodded with a grin. Maybe, this will be your first step to peace, said Jiraiya as Maito Gai pumped his fist in the air. Yes, the youth of flames that burns within our Hokage that leads to peace, he said, has all of their sweat drop. Sure, Guy, said Minato, with rubbing the back of his head with a sweat drop. Shift back to Naruto again. Naruto was currently changing his clothes. He was out of his Akatsuki robes and now was wearing same outfit that Obito wore in the war arc. Yep, Naruto's pretty much rocking the same outfit with the white mask with the two holes in them, showing both of his Sharingan. And you guys see something soon in the next chapter that will shock you. But let's get back to the what if. You always take that outfit when you're about to go to a battle, said Zetsu as he popped behind Naruto. Naruto just looked at Zetsu. Yes, this is not a battle. This is a massacre. None of them will be able to match me. The Minashu clan is a thorn in my side. They need to be eliminated, no matter what. A neutral nation cannot exist, said Naruto as he grabbed a sight. Yes, this was the sight that Mother had given to him as a gift. He could also use the war fan, but for a massacre, the sight would be a fitting object to commence my massacre on the Minashu clan, Naruto said as he grabbed the sight. This would be fun. In the land of iron, Mifune was having a bad feeling today. Something in his stomach just didn't feel right, and whenever his gut feeling was telling him to just do something, he would do it. So he went and checked the stone and the sword that was hidden away. Yup, they were safe, he sighed. Thank God. But what is this ill feeling that I'm getting? Samurais usually don't get these, and when they do, it's something extremely bad, said Mifune. But he shrugged it off. Maybe it was just him. None of the other clan's members felt it, so I guess it was just him. Yeah, that had to be it. The gates of the land of iron. Naruto appeared in a swirling vortex with his mask and his robes, with the Uchiha crest on his back, his side by side. He was holding it up. The two guards saw Naruto and stepped up. "Who are you, stranger?" said one of the guards. Naruto said nothing. In a blink of an eye, both guards' heads were rolling off the ground and their body dropped. Two dead. Maybe 100 to 1,000 more to go, said Naruto. Naruto activated his Sharingan. Maybe he wouldn't even need the Mangekyo for this. Maybe only for the Mifune and if the numbers were too much. But he didn't think they would be. After all, he was stronger than his grandfather when he was in his prime right now, so it shouldn't be a problem. Naruto leapt forward, landing in the Minashu clan compound. Yes, this would be a sight to hold blood everywhere. Yes, this was what he lived for. Naruto flared up his chakra as many of the samurais landed beside him. "Oh, and who the hell are you? What have you done to the guards? They shouldn't have let you in," said one of the samurais. Naruto just looked at all of them. Maybe how many were there? 50? No. 67? This shouldn't be too hard, Naruto thought, as he leapt forward. What commenced after was a complete massacre. Naruto's sight was like a knife cutting through butter. It was smooth, without any difficulties. He was cutting through the samurais like they were flies. 67 were down. In total, the count was 70 right now. Is that it? Is that all the samurais have? Naruto thought, as he started to sense, yes, the man he had been looking for had come. Naruto turned around as he sensed the man's chakra. "Hello there, Mifune, the leader of the Minashu clan," Naruto said, as he glared at the leader of the Minashu clan with a Sharingan glaring at the man. Mifune saw the two eyes that were behind the mask. "Uchiha, huh?" Mifune said. "Do you really think any ordinary Uchiha could do this, Mifune? I expected better of you. Has your old age caught up with you?" Naruto said. Mifune glared at the man. "And who might you be, stranger? Or I guess that doesn't matter, because you're gonna be dead soon anyway," said Mifune as he leapt forward. Mifune brought his sword down, but before he could do anything, the sword phased right through the man as Mifune was passing right through the man as well since he couldn't control his movement speed that he was coming from. He swung his sword towards the back, but again, the sword passed right through the man. Naruto brought up his sight as soon as Mifune's sword was completely phased through him. And now, just like that, you're dead, said Naruto. He brought down his sight, but to his surprise, Mifune brought down his sword and blocked the sight with impressive speed. I guess you cannot expect anything less from the leader of the Minato clan, said Naruto as he glared at Mifune. Mifune just looked at his enemy that he had to face right now. There was no doubt in his mind. This was probably gonna be the hardest battle of his life. Shit, I guess my gut feeling never lies, huh? 70 of my men dead. I guess this is bad, he thought, but his eyes widened when the masked man simply went through one-handed hand signs. Wood style, wood clones, Naruto said as several wood clones protruded from his back and landed beside him. Go and finish the job. Use the Susanoo. I want this to get over as quick as possible, Naruto said as the clones nodded and went off to do as their master told them to do. Mifune tried to stop the clone, but Naruto was in his way. Don't think you're gonna go anyway, old man. You are as good as dead, said Naruto, as Mifune and Naruto both jumped back. Why are you here? Whoever you are, asked Mifune. Naruto looked at the man. You know very well why I am here, Mifune. The Minato clan only has one thing that is very useful to me, isn't it? The sword and that crystal made by the sage of the six paths. Give them to me, and I'll take my leave, said Naruto. Mifune started chuckling. If you think the samurais will back down that easily, the sage of the six paths entrusted us with this weapon. From falling in the bad hands like yours, I will not hand those weapons to you, no matter what, said Mifune, as he had his eyes turned blue and he had a blue aura around him. So that's your Kekigenkai. The Minato clan's Kekigenkai of increasing the speed and chakra levels so drastically to surprise their opponents. But I already knew of this, and since you're the leader, it's no surprise that you would have the two, said Naruto, as a gray aura surrounded him. We shall dance, Mifune. Meanwhile, Naruto's wood clones were on the work. They were completely decimating all the ninjas that were in the way. They had the Susanoo ribcage around them, with the Susanoo skeleton hand holding a sword in each of his hand, and due to that, none of the samurai's attacks were strong enough to get through the Susanoo, and it was a complete massacre. 500 people were dead, and from Naruto's estimation, the Minato clan probably had around 15,000 men, so most of it was still left. All the clones smirked as the Susanoo evolved, forming an armor around it. Not only that, it stood up in two legs, jumped away to the east side of the village, north, west, south, and east. They all brought their swords down, both of it. Boom! A huge explosion went off the Minato clan compound, and almost everyone was dead. There was no one that could have survived that shockwave, or that is what the clones thought. But surprise to their surprise, around 2,000 people were still alive, but that meant most of the people were dead. All of the clones smirked. This would be easy enough until their boss finishes what he came here for. By the way, this massacre of the Minato clan is commencing like right after 2 days that Minato and Kushina and the others left Konoha. So pretty sure you guys already know what's about to come. So I'll complete that in this chapter as well. So let's get on with it. Mifune was having a hard time. He was strong, maybe a Kage level shinobi at the best, but yet every attack just phased right through the goddamn man. But he was also holding his own. Every time the masked man tried to swipe him with his sight, he would just hold on to something and throw it at the masked man that made the sight pass right through him. That meant when the man was physically touching something, that was the only time when you could actually hit him. What a bothersome ability, Mifune thought. But he could see the amused look on the masked man's eyes. That meant the masked man was just toying around with him. Meanwhile, Mifune was going all out. This was a one-sided battle, but he had to protect the treasure of the Minato clan, no matter what. Well, I would like to play a little bit more, Mifune. I'm sorry, but I have things to do, people to meet, and business to take care of. I'll have to finish this right now, Naruto said, as his right Mangekyo started to spin. Kamui, Naruto thought, as a swirling vortex appeared around Mifune, and several shurikens came out of the swirling vortex. Mifune jumped away and sliced some of the shurikens down, but there were too many, and how in the hell did a portal appear behind him and the shurikens flipped out? But as soon as Mifune tried to dodge most of the shuriken, he felt something, a pain in his back. He saw backwards to see the masked man's feet planted in his back. Naruto kicked the man right to the ground, dragging Mifune's whole body to the ground with his feet. You should have focused more, Mifune. You're focusing too much on those large shurikens. Meanwhile, I took that as a distraction and got rid of you, as I'm going to do right now. But after making you tell me where the sword lies, said Naruto as he holded Mifune up by his throat, bringing him down to his eye level. Now, once my genjutsu is finished, you will be too, Naruto said, as his Sharingan started to spin. Mifune's entire face became dull and his eyes became lifeless as he started to speak. It's in the northernmost biggest house in the Minato clan compound. It's in the basement locker room, and the locker can only be opened by me and my blood, said Mifune. As Naruto just looked at the man. By your blood, you say? That shouldn't be a problem, Naruto said, as a swirling vortex appeared beside him and a syringe appeared. From where the syringe appeared and why did he keep a syringe in his Kamui dimension? Well, even Naruto doesn't know that, so let's skip that topic. Naruto just took out the blood out of the man with the syringe. This much blood, I guess, should be enough to unlock the seal, shouldn't it? He asked Mifune as the man nodded. Naruto just smirked. Very well then. This is your end, Mifune, as well as the end of your pathetic clan, said Naruto as he brought his sight up. But before Naruto could actually clean swipe Mifune's head off, blue blur passed right through him and grabbed Mifune. Naruto blinked in surprise. Of course he could have followed the movement, but that didn't continue the surprise that he was feeling. The man that was standing in front of him was Guy, and he was pissed. He was in his 7th gate form. You are the one who did this massacre. You killed thousands of people. For what? asked Guy, this time not in his joyful tone. He was dead serious. Naruto looked at the man with an unimpressed look. For what you say? Well, for something that I need to complete my goals, said Naruto. But soon he had to activate his kami as the sword went right through him. He turned back to see Kushina with a pissed off look on her face, and she jumped beside Guy. So, Uzumaki Kushina, Maita Guy, I presume your Hokage and the Sannin are here too, said Naruto as he looked around, and as he said, Minato appeared beside Kushina and Guy. Kushina, heal Mifune. He'll be a really good asset in this battle. You, said Minato, glaring at the masked man. It's been about what, 4 years, Lord Hokage, said Naruto in a sarcastic tone. Minato gritted his teeth. So you've finally shown your face, and in a flashy way, haven't you? Said Minato, looking around and saw every person, whether they be child, women, innocents, civilians, they were all dead by the hands of this man. Kushina finished healing Mifune. His injuries were into something that were fatal. That's the masked man that hit him in the ribs, and his ribs were broken. That Kushina could heal pretty easily. Guy was serious, Kushina was serious, and Mifune was pissed, but he was serious as well. Lord Hokage, I thank you to come here, but I guess you're too late, said Mifune. Minato just hung his head down in shame. I guess I'm always too late when the time matters. The fastest man alive, my ass, said Minato, as the others looked at him. This is no time to be deflating yourself, Minato. We should take this man down, here and right now. If you say who he is, this man has to be dead right now, said Jiraiya. He was also very serious. Killing almost about 15,000 people within 30 minutes was nothing less of a feat. It was only feat someone like Madara Uchiha could commit. Well, hello there, Leaf Shinobi. I never expected you guys to come here, Naruto said, again in a sarcastic tone. That made them even more pissed. That means you knew we were coming here, weren't you? You knew that we were coming here. That means Jiraiya, as his eyes widen, you have left Menma Uzumaki completely open. He is as good as a dead meat now. Well, you won't be leaving since I'm here, and since I've committed this massacre. I presume you want to take me down here and right now, since Menma probably is strong enough. Whoever is coming after him, until you all arrive there. Isn't that right? Isn't that what you're thinking? Hokage, Naruto said. Minato just gritted his teeth. The man just read what he wanted to, but he wouldn't back down. You are Madara Uchiha, so we cannot let you live. You should be dead, and we're gonna see sure that happens, said Minato as he took a stance. Jiraiya Sensei summoned Ma and Pa. Pa will be with you, while Ma will be with me. That much should be enough to defeat this guy. Both of us in Sage mode, as well as Guy, Mifune, and Kushina. We'll win this, said Minato, as Jiraiya nodded. Very well then, buy me some time, he said, as he clasped his hands together. This will take time. What a disappointment, Hokage. If you had only arrived a few minutes later, you could have taken the old fool and got out of here without fighting a futile battle, said Naruto. as Minato just looked at him and took out one of the three-pronged kunai. And that's how you see it. But if you take you down right here and right now, since there are no people alive, we can go all out without having to worry, said Minato. Kushina nodded as he unsheathed her sword. Yes, that's true. We can go all out without having to worry to injure anyone, he said. Guy nodded too, as he took a stance, the blue aura still around him. He was in his seventh gate, and he was dead serious. We're gonna take you down right here and right now, Madara, Guy said. Naruto chuckled. Well, you make me laugh.